Hello everybody, welcome to this video. This is Shane Smolian from Wolf Trader Futures, and we are going to continue our journey into lunar cycles on different symbols. We're going to look at oil today. So oil is another, so I'm trying to hit the big three first. We're hitting S&P, gold, oil. I think those are popular symbols, and we're going to continue to add to this series. I'm going to do uh, how the different planets affect the different commodities and stocks too. So this is just really the beginning of the series. This is going to go under the lunar cycle playlist. So if you guys want to check it out on the channel, I'll have other lunar cycles there for you to look at. But let's dive into oil here. So we're going to go over here to the composite expert once again. So again, this is Market Trader Titanium Alfie Lavoie software, and we are going to look at the moon. So we're going to look at the moon versus the moon again on oil, and oil is wow. So oil has a rare, very simplistic pattern here. It's fascinating how each symbol is different, right? Like each symbol is totally different in terms of how they react to the markets. But this is the lunar cycle for oil. So this one should not take us too long to do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here first and identify the different zodiac signs for you guys down here. So I have Aries down here. I have Taurus. I have Gemini. I have Cancer. I have Leo. I have Virgo, I have Libra, I have Scorpio, I have Sagittarius, I have Capricorn, I have Aquarius, and I have Pisces, and back to Aries. So zodiac signs are nothing more than the position that the moon is in the sky. That's it. From 0 to 360 degrees, it's just a coordinate system. It's just they break it up into the different signs and into the different decans to tell us, like for example, this sign here, Aries, has 3 decans here, and these are like broken into thirds. And the theory is that each sign has each decan is a different uh, side of the sign. So there's 3 different versions of Aries and 3 different versions of Taurus and 3 different versions of Gemini, etc. What we can use is the decans to tell us where the moon is turning, and so decans meaning that you can just figure out, like, if it's 10, 20, or 30 degrees, something that these are about 30 degrees per house, and so that's the whole concept there. So anyway, but you can look up and find out where the moon is going to be in a, where the moon is in a sign on a computer, on the internet, on a calendar. It's pretty easy to find. So anyway, so let's get started here talking about this very simplistic chart. Boy, oil is just really simple here, but that should make trading oil even easier, or forecasting oil again even easier using this. Remember, this is educational purposes only. I'm just trying to give you guys a general roadmap of where these things could be at different points here. So again, we're looking at the moon versus the moon. Let me just make sure this is correct, just so that this is the moon versus Mercury. Just the moon versus the moon here. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so it's this simple. All right, so we start here in Aries. So again, this is the starting point here, 0 degrees. This is 0 degrees. This is the sign of Aries, and its oil is going to have a steady incline here. So it's going to go up here like this, and it's going to hit, go up through Aries, go up through Taurus, and then right at the beginning of Gemini, this is where it turns lower here. So very clear cut on this, right? So Gemini, so right at the sign, the beginning of Gemini here, right into the first decan, it's going to start to fall, and it's going to fall all the way through Cancer. It's going to have a little nudge here through Leo, and then it's going to fall all the way down here through Leo, through Virgo, through Libra, through Scorpio, and it's going to make a low here right into the first decan of Sagittarius. So what a crazy, like, simplistic chart. The other chart that I've seen that looks like this is gasoline. Gasoline is like so simple that the cycles on gasoline come out really clean like this. But this is pretty cool, right? So not as much to go on in between, but you got these 2 points in the month to focus on. So you've got Gemini here and Sagittarius, and these happen to be opposite signs too, which is pretty crazy, which means that somehow this symbol is rectifying to some planet, possibly Gemini, possibly. I've seen this a lot of times when you have a company or a corporation that has a specific date. When you run the charts on it, when Jupiter passes through that sign, it'll spike. So that's just a way that we can confirm this. Okay, so it's at the low at Sagittarius here, climbing steadily through Capricorn. dipping here into the first decan of Aquarius, and then it takes off. So this is really when it takes off in Aquarius, and then Pisces really takes off. Now, some people feel that Pisces rules oil and Jupiter rules oil. Okay, that makes sense. Pisces, it really gets strong into here. So you can see that it's surging here, but not until we reach that Gemini again is the peak. So this chart should be easier to label. Let's see what we can do here. So I would say definitely that this is a high here, right? And I would say definitely this is a low here. If you want to get a little bit, there's really not much more to talk about. So here's your first high here, right? Right when it hits Gemini. Here's your first low here, right after it hits Sagittarius. Very, very clear cut there. And there's really no other points into here. It looks very much like gasoline. Like gasoline will look like this. For those of you who have done the cycles on gasoline, and we have 212 cycles here to look at. There's a lot of samples here. And I like the moon because it's like you can do it every month. You know, if we're looking at like a once in a blue moon aspect, or you know, Jupiter, Saturn, or Saturn, Uranus, like it doesn't happen that often, but this one is like over and over again. You can practice and get good at this stuff in terms of trying to figure out where this is going to be. All right, so the next one we're going to look at here, we're going to look at the sun moon, which is simply the new moon, the full moon. Oh my God, it's very simple again. Okay. All right, so this one here is going to be, you can see that we are looking at the new moon right here. So new moon, right? So this is going to be a peak, right, into here. So new moon, peak into here. So this is about 10, 20, about 20 degrees. Just to a quick refresher here. This is the new moon. This is the full moon. The full moon is going to be the opposition. And then it's going to go new moon, sextile, square, trine, full moon, which is a low, trine, square, sextile. So that's how we interpret this chart in terms of what's oil going to behave like on different aspects. So this one's pretty amazing because you're getting clear, consistent results on both. And we're coming into this eclipse actually. I know this is being made on September the 6th, and which is a full moon, and oil on the charts is dipping. So oil should be coming into a low, according to this. So new moon here, it peaks a little bit after, then it starts to fall, falling through the first sextile, falling through the first square, falling through 120 degrees, and then coming all the way down here, okay? And you can see here's the full moon a little bit after. So it's about 10 degrees after the full moon, but pretty much the full moon is the low, okay? And then it's going to start rising again. Very sharp rise right after the full moon, which is interesting. So it's a pretty V shape. So according to this, you know, like you should get a pretty good spike here. Then it's rising again, flattening out into the trine here on the backside, and then coming here, dipping a little bit into the square on the backside here, and then it takes off. So after that square on the backside, it really takes off here. You can see it's surging and surging and surging here into this last sextile here, and then it peaks out a little bit before the new moon, and then it dips again, and then it surges again. Okay, so that's the profile for oil. Again, this is 196 cycles on this one. There's a lot of information here, so this should be good. All right, so let's identify the highs and lows here. This is a high here, obviously. Well, let's make that a little bit more clear. This is the high here. Okay, this is the low, and this low is going to be, well, let's put the low below it. So this is the low here. And I would say there's a secondary high here, maybe. Like it's still climbing. And maybe we would put a secondary low into here. Low into there. Hopefully you can read that. So I would say primary high, secondary high, primary low, secondary low. All right, so first high comes, so we got the new moon. Bam, here's our high right here, falling through the first sextile, falling through the first square, falling through the first trine, down to our primary low right after the full moon. Peaking here, surging here, not peaking here, but surging for another 20 or 30 degrees into here, kind of running sideways into the first trine, dipping a little bit into the second square, so second trine, second square, So that's, I would say, a secondary low, and then surging again very, very strongly after that last square into the high here. Remember, this is like degrees, so 0, 180. This would be a 270 square. Okay, and then coming into the high, the secondary high just a little bit before, a little bit of a dip, and then it surges again on that backside. So really, um, after the full moon, expect a little surge and the flattening, and then after that 90 degree, that's when it takes off. So it takes off running from that last 90 degree just past the new moon. All right, guys, so that's it for the oil lunar cycles. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you like these videos. And until the next time, I hope everyone has a great day. Stay safe out there, and I will talk to you soon. Peace out. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. What did you guys think? Did you like it? Let me know in the comments below. And until the next time, hope everyone stays safe out there, and I will talk to you soon. Peace out.